NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins me here in the studio. So, Christine, let's start with what happened at 12:01.
It is on major tariffs on big allies and trading partners of the United States. You said it, Craig, 25% on Canada and Mexico and another 10% on China. That brings the China bill up to 20% here. The U.S. has complained that its trading partners weren't doing enough to battle illegal immigration, the drug trade, and just generally the big trade deficits show America being ripped off, and the president very, very serious about these tariffs. Again, those are taxes at the border that ultimately can be borne by the consumer. So you could see this everywhere from your grocery store to the dealer's lot where you're buying a new car, lots of places there. And then overnight, Craig, immediately you had retaliation from these trading partners. Canada came out and said that it would start to put 15% tariffs on about $150 billion worth of U.S. goods. And then in China, they also announced more retaliation. There, a second round of retaliation, including on American agricultural exports. This is something in the first trade administration that really stung American farmers. And by the way, that retaliation, remember, resulted in taxpayers having to bail out farmers last time.
And we expect to hear from Mexico's president later today as well.
Yeah, she says she's got a plan A, B, C, and D to retaliate.
I know you spent the day in Detroit yesterday, spent some time talking to folks who work in the auto industry. What did they tell you, and where do you think we are going to feel most of the impact?
You'll feel it in a new car,
Okay.
you know, anywhere from $3,000 to up to $12,000 extra for the price of a new car. But maybe first, Craig, you're going to feel it in the grocery store. Think of all of those things that are imported from Mexico and China. Mexico in particular, all of that fresh produce, all these perishable items. From Canada, we get gasoline. From China, we get electronics and toys. So just about every facet of your life, there will be these higher prices that have to be passed along. So you could see all of that there. Mark Zandi over at Moody's Analytics says you should expect another $1,200 to $1,300 a year for the typical household just for the higher prices for all of these things. So this never is just one move when you start talking about a trade war. Somebody puts on a tariff, someone puts on another. It's a little bit of a circular firing squad, if you will. So you're starting to see acts from the United States and retaliation, likely raising prices in the near term for American consumers.
All right. Christine Romans on those new tariffs. Christine, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.